Hi friends, welcome back to Sheena's Homestead. We are outside today, which is a big change for us. We have been inside cooking for most of the winter and we've started some garden projects, but now we are in full swing and I am even planting some things in the ground because our outlook on weather is looking pretty good. So I'm gonna plant a little bit ahead of Mother's Day. You can see in the back here, this is where I keep my plants that I've started under lights. And I have a sliding glass door. I'm so grateful for that. So I can harden off my plants before I even get them outside. And it saves me a lot of work from having to drag them in and out. So they get the nice breeze and they can adapt to the temperature. So we're working on that. I've got some plants to plant here, got a mess going. It is springtime and we are loving it. So let me show you what's going on in the garden. We have let our chickens out for the evening so they can get some fresh bugs and grass. They're absolutely loving that. But here we go. We have lots of onions planted, all different varieties. We've got some white, some yellow, and some red. We've even got some garlic in the back. My garlic did not do well this winter. We had a very, very cold winter and most of it died. So I must have not planted it deep enough. I thought that I did, but you know, it's just sometimes those things happen. And then over here we have some lettuce starting to grow. I've got to take care of a couple weeds. But do you see all those little dots, all those little leaves? That is rosemary. It's self-planted and it's coming up like crazy. So I did have to pull some of it out in order to get some new crops in there. But I love when things self-plant. It makes it a lot easier on me and it's super fun. And then, like I said, our spring garlic our winter garlic didn't work out. So I planted some spring garlic. Here it is. So I overwintered my spring garlic by putting it in the freezer and letting it go through that process so that it can feel like it was winter. So we tricked it just a little bit and now it is doing absolutely fantastic. So we're happy about that. And I've got some Swiss chard going back here. Just little babies right now, but soon they will be huge. My number one gardener's advice right now, if you live in the Midwest, I'm zone 6A/6B, is to make sure you cover all of your things. So I save this netting from year to year. You can tell there's some holes in it. So that's not going to do me any good when the bugs come out. But I use this and recycle it just to make sure that the birds don't eat all of my little seedlings. Otherwise, all of this would be gone and I would have to start all over. And for days like this, when we've got the chickens loose, this keeps them protected. So as you can see, I don't have all of my beds started yet. These two I'm going to put tomatoes in, so soon I'll come out here, pull all these weeds and get ready for that. This one too, we've just been dumping some compost stuff on the top, some bunny scraps. And then we have a brand new bed. So this will be my 6th raised garden bed over here on this side. And I'm absolutely loving it. Over here is my potato bed, which you all watched Rob build this for me. It's really unique. Potatoes are all the way at the bottom. It's a nice skinny bed. And I'm just waiting for those. I've already planted them. I'm just waiting for them to sprout just a little bit. And then I will dig deeper. Not dig deeper. I will put more dirt on top of this so that they can just continue to be deeper and deeper in the ground so that we don't get green potatoes, because green potatoes mean they were not planted deep enough and they have too much exposure to sunshine. So this is how we get nice deep potatoes. And then over here, this is a bit of a mess right now. I'm working on cleaning it up. I've got some vines to pull here for the tomatoes that were once going over this trellis. And then over here, I just finished planting some arugula. So some of this arugula I started with winter sowing, you can tell by the big ones. And the other ones are seeds. So they are starting to catch up, which is really encouraging. And then I also have kale, and it's doing fantastic. We've had some really warm weather, and then we've had some cool weather too. And these are doing just great. Today I planted this pumpkin. This pumpkin is gonna do great in this spot, and you'll see eventually it'll grow up and over the edge and probably take over. And if you're new to my channel, I have an orchard. So things are going great this year. Last year we had some really warm temperatures in February and March, which forced out all of our blossoms. And then the weather returned back to normal, and guess what? We lost every single piece of fruit out here, all of it. I think we got maybe 30 apples last year. It was really sad. Out of like, I don't know, we have like 38 fruit trees, so that's a pretty bad ratio. But this year it is May, and these have just opened, and the bees are out and they're everywhere pollinating. So I have a feeling it's going to be a really great year for fruit. We've got one of our olive egg chickens here trying to find some dinner. But look at that. These are apples. And these here are peach. Their blossoms have already blossomed. They've already flowered and fruited. So now we're just gonna wait to see how much of it turns to fruit. So that'll be very exciting. And now I'm gonna take you to our shed, where last year I put a couple buckets of my peppers. So peppers can be overwintered, actually. I don't think a lot of people know that. I have a whole episode about this. And so if you cut them back correctly and store them in a place that doesn't get too cold, you can actually keep them for the next year. So let me show you what I have here. So these are my peppers, and I'm pretty sure that they are going to survive for another year. So I had planted these right here in these food safe buckets last year, and they grew on my deck. I have 2 more that I've already transported over to the deck. And so what I did was, at the end of the year, I cut them back to the point where it looks like they are dead. But in a couple weeks, you'll see new growth on these. In fact, I think I already see some new growth on this one. Let's see. Yep. So this pepper plant is going to make it a whole nother year, and we are going to see some growth that explodes really quickly here. And we're not going to have to wait quite as long for our peppers to come to fruit as we would if we had planted them from seed. I find that peppers are one of the hardest things to grow in my zone. It's not that they're hard to grow, it's just that they take a long time. So when you're waiting a long time, like in zone 6A, 6B, sometimes they just don't come to fruit before the end of the season, especially if we have a short growing season. Last year we did just fine. It was warm all the way till like November. So we did okay with that, but in a normal growing year for this zone, it doesn't go quite as planned sometimes, and we don't get our fruit out of them. Sometimes we'll get them to be green, but then we're not able to leave them on the vine long enough to be orange and yellow and red. So I'm really excited about this process, and it looks like we survived the winter. So as long as it doesn't get cold again, I'll be able to keep these outside on the deck, and they're going to start to grow into the plants they were last year. It's pretty amazing. This here is Freckles. He is a male duck. He is absolutely adorable, and he's really, really dirty at the moment because it rained all day long and he slurped up all the worms he could find. So then those that are interested in the plants that I have under the lights, here I have some ox heart. They are a Russian variety tomato. My mother-in-law asked me to plant them for her. And actually these really just got started, so I think they're gonna be pretty big. And then here's our peppers, and then some of our tomatoes. Now I did have some issues with my tomatoes starting to lose a couple branches, which means that they are stressed. So I decided to move them to these bigger pots. These are 6-inch pots, and now they are doing so much better, so much better. So I think that was the key. And then down here, I actually have some zucchini started. I'm gonna put those out very, very soon. And I have some basil over here. I think I'm gonna give some basil to my mom for Mother's Day. I think she'll like that. So as you can see, things are really starting to come along here. Mother's Day is around the corner for us, and I'm gonna get planting. We don't have any bad weather I should say cold weather in the forecast. So I think I'm just gonna start rolling stuff out and getting it in the ground. I think we're safe on that aspect. So anyway, if you have any gardening questions at all, please leave them down in the comments. I will make sure to answer each and every question. If I don't know the answer already, I promise I will find it for you. So don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you again next time on Sheena's Homestead. Goodbye, friends.